says, let's get that Wand of Gamelon run. And then, of course, we have $100 from Neuro Nerd Girl, who writes, thanks to the GDQ staff for everything you do. It's absolutely incredible how well AGDQ has embraced being virtual so quickly. Donating for Zelda Wand of Gamelon to keep the fun going. Let's beat cancer one speedrun at a time. I could not agree with you more. Thank you for those awesome donations. But for right now, it looks like we are ready to go. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and let's check out Minecraft Dungeons, Any % Random Seed by MiphaSR. Mipha, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you very much. Hello everyone, I'm Mipha and I'm running Minecraft Dungeons for you all today. Joining me on commentary, I have the pencil sharpening master and multi-world record holder himself, Foot Cream.
Hello.
And also joining me on commentary, I have the all missions world record holder and resident boomer of the community, Yom.
Hello everyone.
Cool. Just gonna check because for our donation incentive, which skin are we going to be using?
All right, it looks like we are going to be seeing you play as Alex.
Good choice.
All right.
Superior of the two. All right. So without further ado, I'll get going and hand off to my commentators. So ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Welcome to Minecraft Dungeons, everyone. So this game is kind of like a Diablo-style game, but in the way that we play it with this category that we're running is kind of more of a roguelite, so more of like a Gunfire Reborn, where you start with like a kind of a fresh character and kind of move forward that way. The general storyline of the game is you were trying to rescue the world from the Arch-Illager, some evil bad guy, but we don't care about storylines because we're speedrunners and we skip most of that.
Yeah. So what you see right here, we're just doing some like fast menuing to get out of the tutorial at first and into the first level. Usually this is around like 4 seconds, but you know, we're on controller strats right now. So Mipha's using a controller, which is slightly different than what everyone else uses. We use a mouse and keyboard. Controller has like some very good advantages, like when selecting enchantments. We'll be talking about enchantments a lot in this run. They're just like, every time you level up, you can put a point into something. And every item has like 3 or 4 different things to get. So we also turn to a pre-built character. So it has the specific items we would need for a speedrun. For movement in this game, you'll see we're jumping and shooting at the same time. It does slow us down, but since we can get like any kind of armor or like speed item from killing enemies, we're doing that.
Mipha is famous for getting legendary drops from the first or second mobs, so definitely worth rolling and killing these guys early on.
Yeah, Mipha is the man of getting like the 1 in 86,000 drops. He got 2 of the crazy armor we're talking about right before GDQ. It might happen again.
It happened today. It was crazy.
Yeah, it happened twice today, so.
Yeah, for sure.
RNG is strong today.
And there's also in this game, we recently found a game-breaking artifact and enchantment combo, and hopefully we can find the artifact in Desert Temple or in the vendor shop, which we're unlocking the vendor right now to give us more buying options. But if we don't find it, there's a backup character that has the game-breaking glitch, so we can kind of switch to that and just finish the run with that to show you how cool and fast the run has become recently.
Yeah, there's a good bit of RNG in this game. Recently with a lot of stuff, we just released Set Seed, a bunch of different glitches we found. So the game has changed a lot over the last month in speedrunning. And since we found these big glitches, we don't need as much RNG. It used to be something more like Minecraft Java, where RNG was like the biggest factor, but now
there's about 1 in 450 runs would make it to the 3rd level of the game, and now it's many, many more than that. So
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot higher now. So it's not as RNG as some games, but it's still, if you can't play if you play perfectly and you get bad luck, you can still not get a good time.
Yeah, definitely. So there's gonna be a lot of little. Oh yeah, this is unfortunately a very slow seed. There was some geometry. We call the bigger geometries a tile. And these tiles generate randomly, and you can get pretty much any combination of tiles before and after certain events. And Creeper Woods, actually, this first level we're in, the time difference of how fast you can complete the level can vary from for about like 30 to 40 seconds.
Yeah,
And
45 seconds. It's awful.
It's really rough. So you can lose a world record or a sub 30-minute time, which is kind of the ideal goal, just because the first level was too long.
Yeah,
so that was a
if you-
swiftness pot right there. If you pick that up and you run efficiently, you save about 5 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, 5.7.
5.7 seconds. Look, we made a great video about all the time saves with all the artifacts, enchantments, and
You gotta know these things. Okay. He didn't get anything good from the pig. The pig used to be, before we found these big glitches, this was the major reset point in the run.
Yeah.
You can get like speed items that just, it saves a ton of time throughout the run. And if we don't get any speed items leaving this level, we can probably fit 12 more donations in than we need to.
Yeah, it's a huge time difference. Yeah, that pig was, and kind of still is a major reset point if you don't get anything from it, unless you're really just trying to run a little bit. Yeah, nothing dropped here. These villagers can be set up in a few different patterns. This is unfortunately probably the slowest pattern, I think.
Oh yeah, that's the worst one. So far it's not good, but
So far the gear is not good. At this point you can have some better gear. You can have an armor that makes your arrows do some more damage. So you'll see Mipha stopping to kill some things every once in a while to get a level like that, but we don't kill a lot of enemies, and you'll often see a large train of enemies following you. And as an experienced runner, it's not so scary, but when you're first learning the run and you have 17 illagers following you, it can be pretty intimidating.
oh, we're also playing in a very old patch, so we down patched to 1.4. The current patch makes it unplayable to speedrun almost in level 1 because the enemies, see how when they attack they stop moving? In the newest patch, they run at you full speed and attack you, so it makes it almost impossible to not die in this level and loses a lot of time.
We are blessed and cursed being Minecraft Dungeon speedrunners. Mojang is an excellent studio. They give a lot of updates, and for the casual player, all these updates are so wonderful. Unfortunately, the side effect of all these wonderful updates is we have to change what we do in our speedrunning, so it's a give and take. Okay, so this is the point where we get a guaranteed artifact, and there are 3 artifacts you can get at the end of Creeper Woods. There's a Tasty Bone, which is awful and slow, and there's a Boot of Swiftness, which is the fastest, and then there's a Death Cat Mushroom, which is also pretty fast.
Okay, so we're not getting 12 donations in. Good. Thank God.
So Mipha also found a scatter crossbow in the vendor. The scatter crossbow is the strongest bow, and if you're using a mouse, you can actually do another glitch where you have infinite firework shots, which is another artifact. You can have infinite torment arrows, infinite fire arrows.
Yeah, we don't.
But it
use
doesn't
that.
work on controller for some reason.
Yeah. So this is the second level of Cacti Canyon. They introduce the 2 most annoying enemies in this game, baby zombies and Geo Joe. We call him that. His name is Geomancer. Yeah. So what the baby zombies do is they hit you up in the air slightly, so you can't move or change directions whenever they do that, and they run so fast, even if
They're
you have
faster
the
than
speed
you.
effect. Yeah,
It's
they're
amazing.
faster.
So now that he's out of the Shadow Brew, that Shadow Brew is pretty clutch. There's a lot of baby zombies in this seed, unfortunately. They're just so annoying. We actually take the time to stop and kill them, which is one of the few enemies we actually do that for in this entire run.
Yeah,
Like
they will kill us if
intentionally.
we don't. If we don't, they will eventually kill us.
Yeah. Toss you up in the air until the Geomancers launch an exploding wall at you. It's awful. There's
Yeah, the
actually a
Geo-
red chest in that pond also that Mipha skipped over, and sometimes you'll end up grabbing that chest, but it's not always the safest thing to do.
The Geomancers put up walls and explosions. They can completely wall you in and like kill you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing at all.
We'll see
And
some
these-
levels where there's like 10 or 15 of them back to back, and if we're really lucky, we can get by them, and if we're not, we die.
Yeah. And Geomancers can also spawn like right around here, and these pathways are very small, as you can see, and so Geomancers just really, really destroy runs here. And also dying in this part of this map is at minimum a 20-second time loss, and at most like a 25-30-second time loss. So you really don't want to get caught by Geomancers around here.
We haven't talked about seed generation too much. So
Yeah, if
there's
you want to go in.
every level has 35,000 different seeds. The beginning of the level is the same, like the middle part he's in right now is the same, and then the end is the same. And for every tile in between, there's about 20 randomly selected puzzle pieces, I would say, and they just kind of fit together in 35,000 different ways. And
Yeah, and we, throughout our running, we have saved a bunch of seed numbers that we can go back and run the fastest ones. But sometimes during a run, you'll get a seed that is actually impassable. And Foot Cream the other day, during a stream, had a couple impassable seeds, unfortunately. So hopefully we don't run into any of those during this run.
No seed's technically impossible, but it's.
I mean,
sometimes you get 20 creepers in a line, and that would be bad.
Yeah, sometimes it's just so difficult. So we are hopping to this key objective now. This is a one-wave ambush, and ideally you would have a TNT around here, and you can finish off this ambush immediately. Unfortunately, there's no TNT. But with this Scatterbone level 5 axe, and a couple creepers spawn, that's good. This fight goes pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
Keys in this game, go ahead.
Oh, his gear isn't that good at all, so he's hoping for a better weapon or a better bow before this last ambush that's coming up. Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Well, that just happened.
Oh, look at that.
Well, he also has a scatter bow. It's a low level, but since the scatter bow shoots 3 arrows, it's 3 times as effective as other bows.
Yeah, for sure. And depending on the enchantments on the bow, the scatter bow can be your best option. If the crossbow has accelerate, maybe the crossbow is the best option. So this game takes a lot of improv and a lot of kind of just making decisions on the fly.
So he just did a skip. We probably just don't think of it because we're just so used to doing it.
Oh, right.
He jumped off the cliff at the end, so we would teleport back to the respawn point instead of actually walking all the way back. It saves around a few seconds, but yeah.
It is risky, though, because if you get hit on the way down or you take fall damage on the way down, the key goes back to the point where it spawned, and sometimes, really fun, it goes through the floor and you can't get it.
Oh yeah, back in the old patches of the game, the key would, if you took damage while you're falling off the map, the key would stay at the bottom of the level, and you have to reset the entire level.
Yep, it is a run killer. Fortunately, it doesn't happen very often. Oh, a strength pot dropped right before this 4-wave ambush, so that's going to be really good for 30 seconds. And Mipha very intelligently not picking it up because the creepers spawned and were able to clear that wave before Mipha even needed that strength pot. Really good decision making. Wow. Another creeper wave. This is really good RNG right now at the end of this run, or at the end of this level.
Yeah, this is it, level 2.
Mind if I cut in with a very special donation for you?
Go ahead.
Sure can.
All right. Ben H has donated $25, and they say, greetings on behalf of the Double 11 QA team. Thank you for the hard work of everyone working to make AGDQ as great as ever. And good luck in the run, Mipha.
Thanks for that donation. Appreciate that, guys. Love the game. Now the strength pot is picked up. Unfortunately, this wave was very spread out, lots of archers, and archers like to run away. And unfortunately, with the scatter bow, not all 3 arrows are going to hit if the archers are running away, so not the most ideal, but got it done.
Not a bad time. I'm guessing it's around 9 minutes. I can't see it though.
It's kind of different the timing because we have the live time going,
yeah,
and so usually we cut out the load times, and since Mipha has kind of a slow computer, the load times are going to add a lot of time to the run.
Yeah, normally these are like 3-second load times.
Yeah. 3 to 7 seconds. So now we get our second artifact. Usually this artifact is not too useful. It's a totem of shielding, which does not help us run at all pretty much, so that's unfortunate. There is an armor in the shop. Probably going to buy that just to get some power level. Oh, can't afford it, unfortunately.
I don't have enough.
Yeah, no money.
So our power level is pretty low right now going into Desert Temple, and the way this game generally works is you get offered higher level items as your power level gets higher. So you do want a pretty high power level going to the 3rd stage, especially here, because you get offered a lot of chests and a lot of pigs here, and this is a really good opportunity to improve your gear to finish the run.
Yeah. So this is level 3, it's Desert Temple. You can get 5 of the speed artifacts here, and you can also get the weapon that is game breaking now. So this makes or breaks all runs now. Doesn't matter what patch you're in, this is the level that you're gonna be resetting on the most.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, runs are like, if you reset a run before Desert Temple, it must have been an awful run, because now things can change completely in this level.
but you can also die before you even get to your loot in this level. Like a lot of times, like this key might be a big deal.
Yeah, this key objective can be full of necromancers, which spawn way too many enemies, actually. Fortunately, there's no necromancers that spawn here, so
Yeah.
this will be a relatively easy key.
That's a good one. Just a couple skeletons, and that's it.
And they're even cleared Mipha playing very safe. This is a very good decision for GDQ for sure. Wow, only one. Okay, two guards here. These guards are really annoying. Their reach is incredible.
They
I always
also
joke
knock
that
you
all
back.
these. Oh, they also knock you back. It's awful. I always joke that these enemies should all join. You know, be a boxer because their reach is so much longer than it looks. So we kind of diverge off of our main pathway here. Usually we're just kind of going towards that yellow shape over there. But here we go to the side room. There's two configurations of this room that can exist. One of them has an obsidian chest, which can give you an artifact, which may have one of the two artifacts we need. And it also gives you a weapon. Unfortunately, we didn't get that configuration. We only got a gold chest. There's a pig here that can also drop us an artifact and a weapon. Ooh, we are not getting good weapons here. This is unfortunate.
Yeah, so that pig in that room are... This is a reset by now, because
Oh, yeah.
those were two chances to get speed artifacts, and you also can get the insta-kill weapon, and we got neither of those, so...
Yeah, if this was any sort of PB attempt or anything, hands down a reset. There's no armor, which decreases your power level and makes you very weak. It makes your arrows weaker. And also one thing to note about this game
no.
is,
Oh, no.
this is a very rough hallway to get through. Oh man.
Oh, he killed him with the TNT. Yeah, so they have knockback, so if there's a bunch of them, they can just knock you off a cliff continuously.
Yes. This is a great showcase of how bad these seeds can generate sometimes. Oh, very well done. Gonna get through. Let's go. All right. And we are through.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. So one thing about this game is if you get good speed items, the game is easier. And at this point, this game is becoming incredibly difficult because the power level is so low. And we go into harder and harder levels, and it's so hard to finish runs if you don't get the gear that you need.
Oh yeah, like the game on its base doesn't look that hard, but whenever you start speedrunning it, the skill difference is like very obvious whenever you get into like the later on levels and
Oh, for sure.
just don't die.
I think any casual player trying to finish Desert Temple with a power level of, what is it, 3 right now, would have a very hard time doing that. But Mipha, the best controller player in the world of Minecraft Dungeons, expertly getting through it.
He's
We
like
probably
the
have
only-
room for a couple donations here as we finish these waves.
Yeah, you can.
Perfect. We have another special donation, this time $50 from Sunken City, and they write, "Hey y'all, Minecraft Bedrock developer here. Some of us from Mojang have been really anticipating this run and are watching now. We're super excited to see what you all can do. Best of luck to the runner, MiphaSR. Keep up the amazing work."
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
And
Oh, unfortunate.
time for one more?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Rad has donated $100 and says, "I made a bet about a year ago that if Minecraft Steve ever got into Smash Ultimate, I would donate $100 to the next GDQ. Well, here we are. More money for charity, though, right? Donation goes to Runner's Choice."
Ooh. Thanks for that donation. Appreciate it.
This fight is gonna be really bad.
Yeah, this is going to be a very slow fight, unfortunately.
He has a mini boss on him called the Enderman. He can drop loot, but it's a big waste of time, and we shouldn't be fighting him here. There's a boss that kills us in 2 hits in this room, and the TNT doesn't really help at all
Wait.
because it does no damage.
Is there no spawn? Is there no nameless one?
Wait. No.
Oh, this is the rarest thing that you can actually get. This is incredible. So the boss for this level did
Oh my
not
God.
spawn in. It's so low of a percent. We've only seen it and documented it maybe twice ever.
Wow, it's happened 3 times. It's happened 3 times.
Oh, that is incredible.
I've-
So that's giant time save.
I've seen it once.
Okay, so just to put this into perspective, we've got a 1 in 86,000 odds like 3 times. So this is around that. So
Yeah, that was incredible that no boss spawned there. That this would have been an
Yeah.
incredibly long fight because the gear is so low. Wow. Okay.
that is insane.
No archer's armor, but we get the no nameless one glitch. So at this point, we are really looking to upgrade our gear. Oh, a boot of swiftness. The second boot is excellent. Speeds up our run a lot. Makes some later levels a lot easier.
We don't have the insta-kill weapon, though. That
No,
is
we
a
don't.
bad thing. We got 2 speed artifacts, which is good, but we can get some donations in on the later levels. Definitely.
Yeah, hopefully we'll switch to the backup that has the insta-kill just to hopefully show it off.
Yeah, it's not looking so good so far.
Yeah, very, very low level gear. So redstone mines, actually, if your power level is above 10, you need to lower the difficulty because you go in at a higher difficulty, and this is the only level that is actually easier than what your power level suggests.
Yeah, I've seen a guy do that
Unfortunately,
a few
in this
times.
level, yeah, I'm kind of known for just going into the harder difficulty. Unfortunately, we don't have that problem with this run, and we are nowhere near power level 10, so it's not even considered.
Yeah. So in this level, there's these minecart tracks, and if you get hit by one of them, it takes about half your HP away, and that's really bad considering there's enemies all over in tight corridors.
Yeah, this is a very, very tight level here. It can be really scary for new runners, for sure, but fortunately, there's no geomancers in this level, so you can't get all of that stuff.
Oh, he was so close to dying.
Yeah, that was probably less than 5 HP.
These little spiders, just like in actual Minecraft, they he's got poison. Yeah, they poison you for 10 seconds, which unlike on standard Minecraft, where it takes you down to half a heart, this one just kills you, which is fun.
Ooh, that's a good armor improvement. 11 armor is really strong, can actually carry you for the remainder of the run theoretically. Unfortunately,
12.
it doesn't have swift. Oh, 12, even better. Was there anything on it? I couldn't see.
No.
No.
Okay. So there's certain enchantments that we look for, and we know what to look for really quickly, so we just kind of like flash on the armor real quick and just see if there's anything extremely useful there. Ooh, unfortunate
That's the
minecart.
minecart we were talking about.
Yeah, very low level gear. I mean, I've ended runs with Snowball before. Snowball is a mini stun on armors, and it can be good for the harder levels, but you do not want to be running where you have to use Snowball. That means you haven't found anything, and that's kind of a bad run.
Yeah, the fastest speed item in the game is actually on an armor, so that's why we're looking at all the enchantments so much. You can save like 11 seconds per minute over walking, so it's faster than a boot, and we have 2 boots right now.
Yeah. The enchantment's called Swift-Footed, and when you roll, it gives you a burst of speed. So when we roll without Swift-Foot, it slows us down quite a bit. But with Swift-Foot, we actually gain speed, and it, in conjunction with a boot, is actually quite a lot of speed.
Oh, poison right before the boss.
Brutal. So the patch we're playing on, the boss is glitched on this patch. So if you stand directly on the boss, like right in melee range like this, we'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
The boss won't attack you. And he just sits there and takes it. And
Did you get swift-footed on any of those? You got so many.
so many armor, so many opportunities.
I don't think one of them's got Swift Foot.
There was that last wolf armor that wasn't checked, but that's the
Yeah,
last
I'll
opportunity.
check it in a minute.
So the only good luck he's got so far is the bossless, which has almost never happened to anyone.
Yeah,
So-
that's incredible. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, it happened to me, it happened to Yom, and it happened to Mipha, and that's
There you
about
go.
it.
Let's see what our artifact is.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh my. Foot cream, go. Tell him.
Okay. So that's the fastest armor in the game. Passively, every armor has passives. This one is 15% movement speed increase, and it also has 25% cooldown reduction on artifacts. And the fastest enchantment in the game, like we were talking about, swift-footed, it also had that on it out of randomness.
So Swiftfoot, 15% speed just base just by wearing the robe, and 2 boots that now load faster. That the cooldown is faster because of the robe. So
Okay.
this is an ideal setup.
Yeah, this
Unfortunately, the
is what you
battle
hope to get
gear
on
is pretty
level
low.
2.
So this will be fast up until the boss, and unfortunately, we've never seen a bossless fiery forge, but who knows?
Oh, 9? Not bad.
Yeah, hammers are pretty good. They have a large splash around the impact zone, which is really strong. Glaives have a really strong kind of linear damage path, but I think hammers are a little bit stronger.
Oh man, we didn't even get to talk about the soul knife. You didn't get one.
Oh, no Soul Knife, yeah.
Yeah.
Soul Knife got a huge buff, which again, we are so blessed to have a very active development team for this game that consistently updates the game. And that was one of the updates that actually really helped us a lot. It was a 40% damage increase on Soul Knives, which is just incredible.
Yeah. It was already like a pretty good weapon. We always used it. Like it did just slightly less to one-hit enemies. So like we were hoping for like maybe a 4 damage increase, but then they made it a 40% damage increase. So now it's just like if we get it, we take it to the end. It's just
Oh, for sure.
that's all we need.
So you saw earlier on the Geomancers kind of doing their thing and really slowing Mipha down a bit. Fortunately, Mipha didn't get stuck, was able to get out of it. Unfortunate death there. That was kind of a weird corner for that pig to be in. Usually the pig's a little bit more exposed than that. You don't get caught and lose a life like that.
One death in this game isn't that bad because deaths in this game reset all of your cooldowns and your potions. So
yeah,
sometimes whenever you have like good fighting stuff, it's actually better to take a death. So dying there is like normal. Everyone dies in this level.
Oh yeah. No, that death doesn't lose any time. And actually these cores were very solid, and sometimes those pathways, those cores can be very spread apart and it takes quite a long time to get them. Fortunately those were pretty close together, so this level's going a bit faster.
So normally we wouldn't kill these pigs. Mipha just has a level 2 bow, and that's what he's trying to increase, which is not good. You should be like level 16, if not higher by now. So that's why we're dying
world, yeah.
almost instantly when we get hit.
Yeah, like I said, you really want to increase your power level, and getting all the pigs is the best way to do that. So if you are forced to finish a run, like for example, if you're on GDQ, you really do need to get all the pigs. So you just do a great job of that. So this boss here is gigantic and has a whole lot of HP. You can activate the cores on the 4 sides, and I don't know exactly how to describe why these hitboxes are bad on this boss, but theoretically it looks like these cores, when they launch their giant waves, should hit the boss, but it almost never does.
Yeah, it takes about 1/3 of his HP down if it does. So if we're not insta-killing the bosses like we usually do, then we hope to hit the core shots, because this boss has more HP than the final boss. It's just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's just a big wall.
But as Mipha's showing you right now, the cores are so unreliable with their hits that it's actually not even worth going over to them and losing the time that it would take to go over there.
Yeah. Not a great time, probably just like 40 seconds time loss rather than an instant kill.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
It's not as bad as it could have been.
No, Mipha's doing a great job here. And there was actually only one cycle of evil cubes that spawned, so.
I think the other one spawned in the lava. So if he tries to spawn them in the lava, they just don't spawn, which is a good speedrun tactic.
There you go.
Machines of the Illagers have been smashed.
So coming up next is the hardest level in the game.
Oh yeah, terrible.
It can be so awful. There's so many game overs that happen on this level, even with good gear. Let's see how Mipha handles this with bad gear. I'm telling you, this is incredibly difficult. We are very underleveled for this level. See the artifact. Ooh. Okay, nothing good in the shop, unfortunately.
Oh, yes he did. Oh my.
Oh, something really good in the shop. Oh no.
Wait, he doesn't have the one shot.
So unfortunately, we don't have the artifact that would make this bow completely broken. What an insane bow! But
we can just find it, you know.
Yeah, we can find it somewhere. But this is a scatter bow that has accelerate, and what accelerate does is it makes you shoot faster and faster until you're going, I believe, 100% speed.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much, depending on the bow, as fast as you can click. With the scatter bow, it's not quite that fast, but with 3 shots each shot, it's a whole lot of damage really quickly.
Yeah, so this is probably the bow we're going to use to kill the last boss in the game, because accelerate's just insane.
Really good.
Oh, I didn't talk about this level yet. So in this level, there's a 1 in 3 chance to get a key, which a key, what it does is it saves a minute and a half. So what most runners is, oh, he didn't get the key, by the way.
Oof.
So what most runners do is they would reset back to the main menu now, but we don't have to.
Yeah, so this ambush is quite slow. I think it's the slowest one.
Oh yeah, it's a minute and a half time loss. It's so bad.
Yeah, there's 2 different ambushes you can get, and this one's actually technically skippable if you get another artifact, but again, we didn't find that artifact either.
we can get some donations in right now.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic, because I've got two very, very special ones for you, Mipha. Slice Lime has donated $500. They have written, "Hi everyone, Minecraft Java developer here, also wishing you the best loot and quick dungeon layouts. Loving the run thus far." And we have another $500 donation, this
man.
time from Mott. And Mott writes, "So with that boss not spawning, is this a blessed run? Or is the game only teasing us? Money goes to the Legend of Zelda Memes of Gamelon. Won't be able to watch it live, but I hope to catch it on the VODs later." Thank you for
That's
those
a big tease. So
awesome donations, you two.
This is a blurst run.
Yeah, this is if you get this ambush, this is called a dead run, which 20 to 25 minutes into a run and you lose a minute and a half. Yeah, this is by far the worst part about speedrunning this game is this level.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, you can get the best run up until now, lose a minute and a half just based on getting this tile, and that's that.
Yep, just strictly RNG. For a while though, I think the world record actually had an ambush, or does it have it now?
Oh no, currently the world record has the minus 1 minute 30 on it. That's why IMEC has it right now.
Okay.
It was a very good run. He had like some perfect gear besides this. That's how it can be beaten. Level 12 bow though, not bad.
Nice. So Mipha's actually doing an excellent job. Has only taken 1 death in high block so far. With terrible gear.
You jinxed it.
Oh, I jinxed it. I'm sorry.
So at the end of high block, there's imagine this, but there's like 6 or 7 waves of this, and it's
7
also
waves,
harder.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is also harder, so.
This is the hardest fighting part in the game. Like, for new runners, this is extremely difficult because you have to dodge without getting hit at all. Because if you get hit at all, you lose half your HP. And if you're not good at combat, you will game over so quickly on this level.
Oh, definitely. This level really shows, the experienced runners versus the not so experienced runners.
Yeah. All right, this is a good chance for loot right here. This pit.
There's another pick here. Can drop insane gear. Unfortunately, it drops a
Good
mace.
Yep.
The mace is not generally known as a good weapon, and my meme is I like the mace, but I don't really like the mace.
Yeah, it's known as a bad weapon.
It's really bad. It's just a slower hammer, and it's just not good. So this is the part where the controller probably struggles the most in the run versus the mouse and keyboard. These buffet tables need to be individually targeted and clicked. And the way that the controller works is it has trouble doing objective priority when there's minions nearby. But fortunately, Mipha got no minions around the tables, which I don't know if I've ever seen before.
Yeah, I've never seen Mipha get such a his controller's working perfectly this run. It didn't glitch up at all because there's been no enemies next to it. That's
when
fantastic.
you play a spliced run for GDQ, that'll happen.
So is the attack button the same as the item? Oh. That looked like a good drop because it was glowy and orange, but it's actually just a mace. So.
It's just another mace, and it's just bad. And so that obsidian chest is also pretty critical. It can drop the best unique bow in the game if you don't have a glitch, or if you don't have the glitch artifact. But unfortunately, we just got a mace. We also did get a firework, which if Mipha was using mouse and keyboard, you could theoretically have infinite fireworks.
Yeah. So what a firework does, you'll see it in a few seconds probably. It just explodes the whole area around it. Yeah. So you can just have infinite of that if you played on mouse, but you can just keep swapping back and forth. Like, this run's kind of weird. It's not optimal to play with just mouse or just controller. If you want to have the fastest time possible, you will play with just swapping in between both of them.
Yeah. And for the all missions run especially, there's a bunch of skips we can do that involve a controller and a mouse, and it's a really interesting speed run.
Yeah, some categories you can go right through walls if you just have a controller with you, so you have to have it on those.
Yeah. Mipha doing an excellent job. It's really, Mipha is making this look so easy. This is an incredibly difficult fight, especially with your potion not up and your health very low. the way that you have to kite these enemies and kind of stun them and drop back is really, really precise, and Mipha's just making this look really easy.
We can probably get a donation in right now or two.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally. So Pod and Bear have donated $25, and they say, Father and daughter Minecrafters here. We've made a special midday event for our family during the virtual school day to have lunch and watch the Minecraft Dungeons run. Good luck to all the runners today, and go Alex. Thank you for that adorable
Go Alex.
donation.
Keep going, we got time.
Perfect. Well, Pixel Rips has donated $250, and they say, great to see Minecraft Dungeons represented at AGDQ. Hope to see more of this game in the future. Thank you for that, Pixel Rips.
Okay, well, Mipha is now on last chance, so hopefully he doesn't die in game over here, because that's a massive time loss.
That put us back to camp, and we'd have to restart high block halls completely.
He got a strength potion, so the rest of this fight should be easy and about to be finished as well.
Is this the last wave? I don't count.
I didn't keep track this time.
Usually
He's
when
got
you're
one.
fighting, you just fight until you have to.
He's got one.
Hey, Papa. Oh, this is a tough wave that spawned, unfortunately. There's enchanters, and there's those blue ghost fire guys, and the guards.
Yeah. The last wave is always this, and it's always hard. Especially if you are massively underleveled and you can't die because you're getting over and lose 6 minutes.
But don't worry, no pressure, and it's spliced anyway, so.
Yeah, we already know what time we got.
Yeah. It's a joke, by the way. Stop. Mipha handling it very nicely. I think we have room for another couple donations.
Perfect. So, Auntie Sauls has donated $5. They say, it's 5 a.m. here in Australia, and I want to give a special shout out to my niece B, who's experiencing her first GDQ and has stayed up with me to watch Minecraft Dungeons. So happy to introduce her to such an amazing event. Good luck to all the runners. Donation goes to Wand of Gamelon, as this run is what all true warriors strive for. Love you, B. We love you too, B.
Welcome to GDQ, B.
Alright, so that wasn't the last wave, it turns out. This is the last wave.
Oh, and also Mipha ran out of arrows. So being very, very, very careful now.
That would have hit him, he would have died and lost.
Oh, no. Oh, that was so close.
Wow.
To the rampage.
Okay.
I'm not close at all. Very well done by Mipha.
Yeah, good job, Mipha. You
Making
didn't
it look
die.
easy. Not even close to game over.
Great job.
Excellent. Remember, breathe in through the nose and then hiss out. So now
Okay.
we are going to try to improve our gear one last time at the vendor, and we're going to hop into the last level of the game, which is Obsidian Pinnacle.
Yeah. So Obsidian Pinnacle, we're playing in the patch that was just after it. It was a few difficulties harder, but then they thought it was too hard for like casual players, so they turned it down. But for what speedrunners, that means it saves a minute or two, so it's a massive time difference for us.
Yeah.
It makes it so much easier. It goes
Obsidian
from
Pinnacle was
dying in 1 minute to-
incredibly difficult before they lowered the difficulty. So I'm so glad that the development team is so active in helping the casual player and in turn helping us.
Yep.
Okay, really good gear found there. There's a mushroom, which is a really good battle artifact. And there's also a light feather, and the light feather kind of flips you up and forward. And if you have Swift Foot, it activates Swift Foot, which is the enchantment we talked about before, making you faster. The reason that light feather might be better than rolling is because you don't get the slowdown from the roll when you use the feather, but you still get the Swift Foot bonus. So
Alright,
into the
so-
last level we go.
Yep. There's a ton of enemies in this level. It has intense music, very easy to die on. If you are not skilled at the game, it is extremely difficult.
And there's a lot of little time saves here between all these platforms that there's a lot of knowledge required for this particular level. And if you don't know some of the skips and you're theoretically one of the top runners, people will go into your stream and yell at you for it. I'm speaking
Yeah.
from experience because I don't know any of the skips in this level and people yell at me a lot, so there's that.
So most of these skips save like 2 to 3 seconds, but one of these skips misses an entire section, which can, you know, which is right here, actually. He got it, which is a
got the
random
skip.
one.
Nice.
All he needs now is to hit the angle.
Just gotta hit it. So theoretically, there's an ambush here that takes quite a while to do. But if you jump on these logs,
Yeah.
you can skip the whole thing.
So that's a 30-second time save. So if you don't know that one, that's kind of massive.
Yeah, you have to know this if you're gonna run.
Yeah. It's not too difficult. Just knowing the exact angles to run off of is the only thing you really need to know.
Yep. Oh, very well done getting through that large group of enemies there.
He still has some lives left, so it's this level, even though it's the last level, is not as hard as the level we just went by.
No, definitely not. But the tile generation can be really rough still and can really mess you up, and especially late in the run. I know I've game overed a whole lot on this level. Especially when I was learning the run. So here, generally when you're casually playing, you go through those underhalls, that little door down there. But we have found a way, if you lined it up properly, to skip it. Jump right over it. And you can run through the level sometimes a bit quicker. It's actually random how long the pathway is in the underhall, so it's not always the time save, but usually it is going to be a pretty big time save.
So normally in that section, you see how he stopped to do the jump over it? Okay, he's getting some like arrows.
Yeah,
to help
these
him
are
with his
safety arrows and a
accelerate.
piece of
Yeah,
bread.
safety. We're playing in the patch where they increase gravity a little bit, so we can't just full speed out and jump that anymore. It looks like we can make it, but we can like, just about not make it.
Yeah.
So we have to go a little bit slower, but this is the best patch otherwise than that.
Yeah, there was a couple changes to the game, like when the roll distance was reduced, that I wish I knew why it was reduced. I'm sure there was a good reason, but that one kind of messed us up for speedrunning, but fortunately we found ways around it.
It also like multiplied the fall damage by like 4 almost for us.
Yeah, that's pretty
Okay,
rough.
so he's walking up to the final boss right now. And he should be pretty well off to fight it. He's got a good weapon with Accelerate on it.
Yeah, this could be definitely a clean fight here. There's a small chance that the first wave of this boss spawns some incredibly difficult things. So hopefully we can avoid that. There are 2 waves to this final boss. There's the Arch-Illager here. This is going down very, very fast. It does move around a lot in this stage too. So you do have to roll around a bit, try to get, your speed going. Fortunately, there's Swiftfoot and an Evo Robe, so he's getting it pretty quick. Looks like phase 1 is almost done. Ooh, close to death. Oh, what a clutch by Mipha. Very, very close. Very well done. This is really impressive, guys. Please realize how difficult that was to not die there. Very, very well done. This is phase 2. If you casually played through this game, this can be incredibly frustrating. You might die a lot on this boss. I know I did.
That laser beam like instantly kills you too.
The laser beam is so fast.
Like that, yeah, that one.
Yep, got caught a little there, no big deal. Again, deaths in this speedrun are very, very, very common. When I first watched a run, I didn't think they were, but it's so easy to die and hard to
You see,
avoid
he
it.
got his firework back, so he just can deal more damage. So it might have actually saved him time.
I think dying there saved time, yeah.
And time. Sorry, I probably should have counted that down.
Nice. Very, very, very well done. That was incredibly impressive. Getting through high block halls with that low level gear was absolutely fantastic, and finishing the boss like that, really well done.
We didn't even have to cheat. It was crazy.
There was a backup character that we didn't have to use.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say, if you've never speedrun a game before and you're looking to get into speedrunning, or you really like GDQ and you like Minecraft, this is the game for you to run. It is so easy to get started. We have tutorials. We have a very, very active Discord. Lots of people willing to help you out. Please join us. We are on speedrun.com/MCD. That's Minecraft Dungeons MCD, and the Discord link is there. Please join it. We will help you. We love helping people learn the run, and we are looking for more active runners. And even you could be at GDQ if you start running Minecraft Dungeons.
It wasn't.
I'd like to say a shout out for Birdie. He's our main mod, and he does basically everything for us. So he's great.
Awesome. I don't think I have any particularly to shout out, but the community is awesome. The community is great.
Right, I guess that's
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, really well
That's
done,
about
Mipha.
GG's to that fantastic run. I've got two more special donations specifically for Minecraft Dungeons. We have another $500 donation from Mons Olsen, and they write, "Hi everyone, Minecraft Dungeons developer here. Thanks so much for running this. It's wonderful to see. So exciting." Premster L has also donated $50 with the comment, "Minecraft Dungeons designer here. Thank you for this awesome run. Might definitely have to look at what's wrong with the nameless one. This is so exciting." So thank you to Awesome Games Done Quick and Mipha. Thank you so much for those amazing donations. And of course, how can I forget everyone? You win this round. GG. Agreed. GG's, Mipha. Now, coming up, we do have our Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions run, which is any % by Jaxler, but there is a bid war going on. It is the costume style. You can choose the costume used by Spider-Man for the run, and your options are either the alternate costumes or the classic costumes. So if you want to get one or the other in, definitely put your donations to one of those two. You're running out of time. Hurry up! And of course, how could we forget, if we're talking about incentives and bid wars, let's talk about everyone's favorite game? Question mark? Our bonus game, Zelda Wand of Gamelon. Now, we had a $25 donation from Gamma Espion, who writes, "I need to see one of the best worst games of all time at AGDQ. Let's get that Zelda the Wand of Gamelon run on the schedule. Not having it is illegal, you know." I mean, of course, with a wonderful game like Wand of Gamelon, I would agree and be a little scared. And we also have Jeer, who donates $100, saying, "Hey AGDQ, I watch every year and try to donate whenever I can. It's my favorite time of year watching new and old games getting destroyed by the skilled runners. $100 more to help beating cancer for good." Thank you so much for those amazingly generous donations, everybody. But right now, keep staying cozy, and we'll be right back after this quick break.
I had to I took the 3 out and I took a space out between like Spire Reignited Trilogy and
That's amazing. Okay, well, you heard it here first. Submitting games with really long names is hard. All right, so I want to talk to you about this game. I love the Spyro series. Always super fun. Collectibles, platformers, super up my alley. And you are, of course, amazing at these games.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we were just talking a bit ago about kind of like the differences between live and online. And while there's
Mhm.
benefits to both, can you explain a little bit about like your process, like having to be prep for this online versus live? I loved that.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely it's a way different experience. I've done live runs before and there's so many just the atmosphere of the room, all the people moving around, and the anticipation leading up to it, if I'm at the event, I'm watching the run before, I'm gonna go grab a water, I'm gonna go walk around the event real quick, shake off the nerves. But here I'm at home, I'm like, go outside, take a walk. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, seriously. Well, there you go. Yeah, I guess it can like adjust and be different depending on where you are, what you're doing, all of that.
Mhm.
So then I wanted to know actually about the game. When it
Yeah.
comes to Spyro You're the Dragon, I actually want to start with a social media question because they wanted to ask basically what I want to ask. So we have a question from at Sal's Waslib. Love that. It says, how does the Reignited trilogy compare to the original trilogy and what elements do they share? I'm curious about this and if you can add a bit about like actual run tech as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's always cool seeing like when a remake happens, seeing how the speedrun develops around it. And while if anybody saw the 100 egg run done by our wonderful chat moderator Becky at Frostbite House 2020, this run is very similar to that run, not so much the any percent of the original Spyro 3, because there's no way to actually like skip into the sorceress like you can in the original trilogy. But we're gonna see a lot of like similarities in terms of routing through the levels and whatnot. But when it comes to like specific tricks, like I think the most popular thing from the original people will know is like the swim in the air trick and proxies and such. And we don't have access to those sorts of tricks, but we still do the same routing just in a different way in this one.
Cool. Okay, great. So then what would you say is like the biggest trick, skip, whatever found in the trilogy? Like I guess in this game specifically.
In this game specifically, so the big thing in Spyro 3 of the Dragon, which I'm going to try today, is there is a trick in the Reignited 3, which is called rocket storage. So in the last boss fight, you get these rockets from Bentley, which you can shoot the boss. And there's a way where you can kill the boss in a certain way that you can actually grab one of the rockets and take it out of the fight with you into the final world. And if you do it, it saves like a ton of time because you don't have to pay Bentley or money bags for the bridge and Crystal Islands. And so, but it's very finicky and tough. So I'm going to try it today. We'll see what happens.
Like you said, Bentley. So are we thinking Sly right now? So like that's the first thing I think of. Anyway. Yeah, Moneybags is the worst. So any way you can skip any conversations with him.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. I wanted to know more about maybe any thoughts on getting people into the community, and then let's do like another social media question or two.
Yeah, sure. And I love that question because one of the big things that I've kind of been working on over the last month is I've been working towards creating a bunch of resources for anybody that wants to join the community and try out this run, especially if you like the run today. Spyro 3 Reignited has been just explosive lately with new runners and people picking up the category, which is just amazing because more eyes on it, more new strats, faster runs. I mean, but I've made a nice extensive any percent YouTube guide out there, which goes over beginner routes to advanced routes all the way through. I've created lots of save resources so people can try individual levels throughout the run to practice and whatnot, which it was a process. I mean, you had to basically play a level, save the game, close the game, go to the game files, grab the save file, copy it out somewhere else, and then do that for every single level.
So it's a little easier. And thank you for making all these resources. So if you all are interested in running this game or even just trying it out, Zick has worked hard to make a ton of things available for you all to use to be able to learn this game, which is amazing. And it makes me even more excited to see your upcoming run. Now, before we go, let's see if we can fit in another really quick social media question or two. I'm seeing a few more pop up really quick. Okay, we have one from Edge Orenji who says, "What has been your proudest moment overall as a speedrunner?"
Oh, proudest moment overall as a speedrunner. Well, hopefully it's gonna be my run today, but I don't know. I mean, the work I've done with this game in general, I would say I've been extremely proud of. I moderate the leaderboards for it, so I do a lot of the verifications of the runs and rules in the community and that sort of thing. And I just think the keeping the community going and alive surrounding this game has been one of the proudest things I've done.
That's awesome. Okay, great. I love the answer. We have a question from at Caveman DCJ. I don't know. Who's that? Who's that? Definitely not our producer. Who says, "What is the scariest room in Spyro?" Wait a minute. I believe this was based on a question from Resident Evil.
Are we in the horror block?
Yeah. The horror. Okay, what is the scariest moment in Spyro though for you?
All right. All right. Well, I'll say the scariest thing for me that will be today is I am terrified of Buzz. That fight is terrifying. The remake Buzz also, he doesn't look anything like the original Buzz. They they made him a lot weirder looking, but I'm definitely hoping to get through that fight pretty straightforward because the difficulty in the remake is just way higher than the original.
Yeah. Well, I believe in you. I think you're going to do it. I can't wait to watch the run. Everybody make sure that you stick around because upcoming we have some we have what's next? We have Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, which is an any percent run by Jaxler coming up and then right after that is going to be Spyro Reignited Trilogy. So if you'd like to see Zick dominate this game and do an amazing job, make sure you stick around and watch and get those donations in and all of that. I appreciate you all hanging out with us. Thank you so much for talking with me, Zick, today.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
Yeah, of course. And best of luck to you once again on the run. We are going to toss it back up to the host now, and we'll see you soon.
Alrighty, that was a really fun interview to watch. So cool. But we do have a couple donations that I wanted to talk about with y'all. $10 from Marco Sharko, and they write, "Thank you for all the amazing moments. This is my first time donating. Love the event." Thank you, Marco, and thank you for your first time donation. We have another $10 from Red the Cat, and they write, "I've watched so many GDQ runs over the past couple years, and I absolutely love this event. GDQ even inspired me to try out speedrunning a little myself. This is my first ever donation." Well, congrats, Red, and to be honest, I was the same way as you. If it wasn't for GDQ, I wouldn't be speedrunning either, so thank you for that donation. Keeping that $10 train going, Danos has also given $10 with the comment, "Time once again to wish all runners of games good luck and thank all the GDQ staff and hosts for doing a great job. Gotta get that gamble on. Much love from Texas." Donation number 5 of 11. Thank you for your generosity, Danos, and I really hope you're enjoying this GDQ. I know I am. And don't forget, like they said, there is a costume style bid war going on for Shattered Dimensions between the alternate and the classic costumes. There is not much time left, so if you want to snipe one or the other, you gotta do that really soon or you're gonna miss out. All right, let's do another. All right, we have